Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tsukihime. Excuse me, but y'all can tell my throat is kind of sore. I don't know why. Today is November 9th at 8:47 a.m. I got done recording, like yesterday morning, I got done recording Dispatch episodes 3, 4, or 2, 3, and 4. And I actually only have maybe a minute or two left to finish editing episode 3 and 4. So Dispatch, that might give me a bunch of stuff. So I'm I'm not playing it to get some clout, but I know it'll get me some. And I gotta make shorts. The shorts will be easy as long as as I go on, I pretty much archive okay, what can I make a short? I have a few spots where I'm like that. Cheeky. Hey, wake up. The sun's already set. Someone is shaking me. An unfamiliar voice. And the touch of a cold hand on my shoulder. Huh? Quake is standing right in front of me. He's already woken up and it's pitch black outside. I glance at the clock and it's already 8. It's not I told you to wake me up when the sun went down, and you go and fall asleep. Crap. Sorry, I was feeling out of it. I don't remember why I fell asleep, but I'm sure it was while I was staring at Arquade's sleeping face. Geez, you'll lose your qualifications as bodyguard like that. If the enemy had attacked us while we were both sleeping, we could have died, you know. I say I'm sorry. Besides, you said it was safe during the daytime. Sorry I just slobbered on your face a bit. I can't say that for sure. Familiars like the one we saw this morning could have come for us. Arquade is angry, clearly. But she's got every right to be. I've got no right to talk when I, the bodyguard, dozed off while she was sleeping. And besides, I'm a vampire. How can you just sleep there without feeling any danger? I don't want you to be afraid for no reason, but it'd be nice if you were at least tense. I take that back. Arquade doesn't seem to care that I didn't do my job as bodyguard. She just doesn't seem to like the fact that I fell asleep. I can move my body a little better and wake up, only to find you there sleeping happily. You look so vulnerable. I was seriously starting to feel uneasy that I might not have, the dignity befitting a vampire. I don't think she has much dignity. And you were just as vulnerable yourself. I killed you once before, remember? You can't guarantee I won't do it again, can you? Arquade gives a surprised look as if she just found that out. Now that you mention it, you're right. I wonder why I get that. I guess I had just complete confidence in you since we spoke in the alley. Even though I killed you, okay. Well, saying that doesn't make me feel bad for her. Okay, since you trust me so much, I'll try my best. No, I should just keep watch from now on. Yeah, until sunrise tomorrow. I can't leave the room, so be on guard if someone comes up to this floor. Be on guard, huh? Being on guard is gonna do me no good if one of those black dogs from this morning comes for us. I let out a sigh. We just heard it, bro. As expected, this is too heavy a role for me. Let me ask you something. Was the black dog that attacked us this morning something your enemy sent out? I don't think so. It was probably for surveillance. His patrol route happened to pass through where you and I were talking, and it seems my presence was revealed as a result. Revealed? To your enemy. That's right. If I had been in perfect condition, it would actually save me some time, but right now it's the opposite. If I were attacked now, I'd be going annihilated. That's why I have to hide out like this for now until my power returns. Quay, I want to ask you something. Will you answer my question? I don't mind, but why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Yeah, I haven't asked you the most important thing yet. So what's your ultimate objective here? Me? I'm here to hunt down the vampire. Killing vampires is my duty. Yeah, I remember you saying something like that before, but you're a vampire, right? What? You still don't believe me? Oh, don't worry. I believe you so much it hurts. I'm asking, why would you, a vampire, claim to be doing something as high as killing other vampires? Oh? You don't like the idea of beings from the same species killing each other? The act of killing doesn't exactly make my list of favorite things, but she is right. I'm not comfortable with it. No, it's just that I can't really imagine something like that happening. Vampires drain the blood from humans, right? So they should be killing humans, not other vampires. Drinking blood and killing are different things. Well, even so, I know what you're trying to say. You think beings from the same species should help each other out, right? But vampires can be of the same species and still be different life forms. That's why they don't really have to do what you humans call camaraderie. And you're saying something makes you different from the vampires you're hunting. That's right. The one I'm after is a human vampire, just like the stereotypical vampire in you humans' folklore. He kills humans by draining their blood, turning them into the dead, then uses them to increase his power and influence. That's the sort of vampire I hunt. The one lurking in this town is that of an old-style vampire. That sort of vampire. It seems like there are different types. That's literally what she just said. Don't tell me you want me to be your shield so you can get this guy. Yeah, that was my original intent. But after talking to you, I've changed my mind. You see, at first I thought you were someone from the church. So I thought you might have information about the location of the enemy, but you turned out to be a perfectly ordinary person. You didn't even know about vampires, let alone the location of the enemy's coffin. Yeah, come to think of it, there's no way they'd send exorcists to the Far East secular country like this one. I guess I didn't put enough thought into this. Typical gun blind. Arquade thinks aloud. Her conversation derails and I'm feeling a little left out. I don't follow you at all, Arquade. Hold on for a moment. Let's see, how should I explain this? With that, Arquade's gaze begins drifting. Her eyes start separating too. We're going farther. Whoa, she looks like a fish! Don't worry about it and just explain everything about the current situation. I don't understand any of this, but I might be able to understand the general gist of things. Really? Thanks, Shiki. Don't have to thank me, just get on with it. Basically, the vampire currently in this town is an old-style vampire. He himself reigns as the Lord and releases the dead he made into the sea. By doing so, he increases his power bit by bit. He's a typical vampire in that he drains the blood of humans, and those humans become vampires themselves. He's not very powerful right now as he doesn't have many dead serving him, but as the victims increase, so is his power. It would be best to destroy the main body before that happens, but I haven't found where he sleeps yet. He's hitting so well right now I can't even feel his presence. Even so, it's easy to take care of things once I find it. But I don't have any clues whatsoever, so I had no choice but to walk around town during the day to investigate. But then I suddenly got attacked by a passing killer, and now I'm temporarily weaker than the enemy vampire. Arquade shoots me a cold look. Yep, she's looking at you, bro. Because you had that crazy bug in your mind. I see. I kind of understand the situation now. So in other words, more evil monsters are based in this town, and you're here to eliminate them. Since you didn't know where they were, you went looking for them, and that's when I, killed you. So now that you're weakening and hiding while you recover, that's about right, right? To put it simply, I think so. Then that's just the main topic. You casually call yourself a vampire, but I still don't really understand that term. It's obvious you're not a human, that much I can see. I don't get the feeling you're a vampire either. That's true. I'm a little different from the type of vampire you know about. I'm different from those other vamps. Indeed, I hadn't considered that vampires existed at all, let alone a vampire like you. So what makes you different? Why didn't you just let her explain instead of uselessly making me switch to your voice, bro? Yes, I suppose it might be helpful to teach you a bit about us. Alright, then the first period's lesson will be Vampires 101. Okay, but what's with Vampires 101? You're an amateur at this, so we've got to start with the basics, right? By the way, stop interrupting me. Okay. I'll try my best. Y'all notice how, I said I think I said this in, the last episode, the upcoming episode, rather, cause I'm uploading this today. I don't care if I stutter 8 trillion times, this is getting uploaded today. But, I said this in the upcoming Dispatch episode, Blonde Blazer, or whatever her name is, just wait! Well, she looks like Arquade. It really does seem like she's not used to talking. Well, I've got lots of time, so for now I guess I'll listen to Arquade without complaint. Although we're typically simply called vampires, we're divided into 2 main categories. Those who are vampires from the start, and those who become vampires. The former are called true ancestors, and the latter are called dead apostles. The ones you call vampires are the dead apostles. They drain the blood of humans and turn them into their slaves. They're weak against sunlight, and you can vanquish them with a baptism ritual. Our enemy is one of the dead apostles. It's gone to my enemy to our enemy. Well, I don't mind. It's not wrong. So you're saying these dead apostles aren't vampires from the start. What do you mean by that? They become vampires, my nigga. Did you not pay attention? Clean your ears out. Too much wax in them. The apostles were once humans. They attained immortality through magic, or had their blood sucked by one of the true ancestors. Either way, the ones that become vampires become immortal, even though that's imperfect immortality. Okay, bro. We get it, Shiki. You don't understand. Hey, Shiki. How much do you know about vampire folklore? Let's see. Just the usual stuff. They suck the blood of virgins, they can blind people just by looking at them, they can turn to mist and wolves, just the usual stuff you hear about. Yeah, that's pretty much all true. They drain the blood of virgins because one's blood cells are more pure before one is extinguished by fluids or fires. What the That makes virgins most suitable for repairing the vampire's own degenerate genes. The dead apostles, the ones that become vampires, have imperfect immortality. Since they become immortal, they won't die from old age. However, they need to replenish their energy frequently, or they'll disappear. All living creatures need nutrients in order to move, right? It's the same thing. It's just that vampires don't die from age as long as they take in nutrients. The dead apostles suck blood because they need it to stay alive. Mortality is a strain on their originally human bodies. Oh, that's her talking. The genes that compose their bodies are different. When they become vampires, they begin to degenerate at an incredible rate. To make up for that, they must drain the blood of others in order to absorb genetic information and stabilize their own bodies. To a vampire, drinking blood is not like eating, but it's the minimum requirement for them to continue to exist. It sounds complex and long. I can't follow the logic, but Arquay nonetheless continues speaking. I mean, it does sound like eating though. I mean, like, what else is it equivalent to? Breathing? I mean, like, because they still gotta do that, so I don't know. Oh my goodness, y'all, I'm sorry. I pressed mute to like clear my throat and it just like went fast for some reason. Okay. So moving on, the ability to blind someone with just a look is a type of mystic eyes. Eyes and words are both common types of magic circuits, so there are many vampires who have mystic eyes. We usually possess the mystic eyes of enhancement. We don't enchant people by looking at them, rather we enchant those who look into our eyes. A powerful vampire using those mystic eyes can impose his own will into the brain of another and completely dominate their thoughts, but the mystic eyes of a dead apostle don't have that much power. What you call turning into mist is really just making a spare body and controlling it via the will. Once the part serves its purpose, you cut the flow of magical energy to the offshoot and naturally it returns to dust. Wolves and other animal transformations are a byproduct of a vampire's repairing body from its familiars. For a vampire living a long time, stabilizing their bodies with normal lives is not sufficient. Humans are not fundamentally powerful animals, so it's more effective to repair one's body by absorbing beasts as they suppress the human species in disrespect. Vampires who repair their own bodies with beasts can return those beasts to their previous forms and use them as familiars when they need to. From what I've heard, there's even a 1,000-year-old vampire whose body is made up entirely of familiars. They say he contains 666 beasts within his body, or something like that anyway. I think Arquade's getting a little too wrapped up in her own speech, and she just said a demonic number. To be honest, I'm not finding this world easy to understand. I'm not gonna press mute this time. Yeah, that's about it. It's just an explanation of the basics. But now, do you know what a vampire is? Well, I suppose. The reality of Arquade being a vampire feels harder and harder to accept. Now it's my turn. Actually, there's something important I've forgotten to ask you too. What? You're not gonna learn anything from me. I'm not a vampire or anything, I'm not a vampire or anything, just an ordinary student. Then let me ask you this, Shiki. How exactly did you kill me? Huh? Bro. Y'all can't see it right now, but when I press these arrows, it's moving my mouse up, down, down, but it's like at the middle instead of down for real. I'm asking about the method you use. I'm asking about the method you use. I'm a resident against stuff like runes and Kabbalah. So those don't work on me. The only things I'm not resistant to is against magic. Against this magic I've yet to experience. My fault. Dang, like what's the word? I choked on that. My fault. Which is probably limited to the ancient Shinto in this country and the treasures in South America. No, not even those could kill me that much. Answer me, Shiki. What kind of occult artifact did you use to incapacitate me to that degree? A cold artifact? What's that? A catalyst which stores ideas and history. Geez, you've got sacred treasures in this country too, don't you? They're usually something like staffs and swords, jewels and mats, conceptual weapons that can be used against nature itself. Come on, Shiki, are you sure you're not, someone from one of those fields? What field? I just told you I'm a student, I don't know anything! That's a lie, there's no way a human who's not even a magmus can hurt me. Are you hiding something from me, Shiki? Quay gives me an angry cat-like stare. But even if she looks at me like that, I'm not hiding it. Oh wait, I can cut people from your lines. Actually, there is one thing. I'm not sure if it's relevant, but Arquay is still staring at me. Alright, I'll tell you, but how should I put this? I can see these lines that can be used to cut things. Huh? Oh, she's stunned. She should be. Normally, I don't think anyone would believe a story like this. What do you mean? She asked in a serious tone. I mean, I see these lines where things can be cut. Living things. The ground, anything touchable. Maybe even your teeth, but it's like a black lion. I can cut things clean when I let anything sharp through it. Does that mean anything to you, Face-A? It's convenient to be able to cut steel with a knife and all, but it's not like I can cut it anywhere I like. I can only cut things where I see the lines, and when I cut you, well, you can cut a girl's skin with just a knife, right? I don't know if you can cut their bones, though. Arquate's eyes are serious, a gaze that shocks my breathing. I see. I thought the mystic eyes of depth perception only existed in fairy tales. But I guess there is someone who can use them. A mutated monster like you. What? I don't think a vampire can call me a monster. A monster is a monster. There isn't anyone, even amongst us, with mystic eyes that can see the depth of things. See the depth of things? Arquate nods in affirmation. You just said that, Shiki. What are you talking about? A circuit must have opened in your eyes, Shiki. Were you born with eyes like that? No. It became like this a long time ago, but I wasn't born with them. Then you must have had at least 1 near-death experience at some point, right? What? Just as I suspected, you had delaying ability, but that must have been the trigger. The mystic eyes of depth perception, huh? Yes, with those you could definitely kill even me. With a small sigh, Arquate's eyes returned to normal. You know something about these lines. Not to the extent you would, but I do have some information after my neck just cracked. What you see is the end of all things. The point where things die easily. To put it simply, the time of death for everything in existence. That is, death itself. I remember now. That time. When Sensei gave me these glasses, she told me something similar to what Arquate said. But there are subtle differences to what Sensei and Arquate said. What I'm seeing are only lines, and not something as disrupting as death. What are you saying? What I see are just the lines where things can be cut. Telling you, those lines are the depth of the object. Listen, Shiki, everything in existence has an end. There are differences to win, but it's an end nonetheless, my fault. Death does not arrive. It is already contained within the object at its creation, and it's bound to happen someday. This is what is called the principle of causality. You've heard that before, right? As long as something has an origin, it must have an end. Yup. That's the truth behind the eyes you see. This is nothing more than the general concept, but if I were to theorize, I would say that they are the weakest parts of the joints between the molecules of something, or perhaps a pre-designated switch within genetic makeup that activates the death of this object. Well, I thought that was Shiki saw, but it was actually just her talking. But that doesn't really make sense. I can't see them, so I can't say for sure, but the lines you can see, those lines are all, are they? I would think there would be more points than lines. That's right. When I first saw Earthquake, I wasn't myself. When I took off my glasses, I could see the usual scribbles and black points where the scribbles seemed to flow from. There were. Only happened at one time, but definitely. I saw black points. There were several on your body, and the black lines flowed between them, joining them up. How y'all think, Arcade knows all this stuff, though? Like, people just, when they're battling, they're like, yes, I have the mystical of depth perception. When I can cut things, I see black points. Do you think that's how they learn about it? Characters always be, giving away methods and stuff when you're fighting for some reason. If I had to make an analogy, I would say they were like blood vessels. You see, the lines were things die easily in death itself, huh? I'm surprised you stay alive until now like this. You must have a very tranquil heart, Shiki. Arquade says this philosophically. In my own way, I understand what she's saying, but I don't want to believe any of it. There's no way that sort of thing exists, let alone me being able to see it. Bro. Well, you are seeing it, and you did slice me into 17 pieces, so, come on. Usually when you cut a living being's neck, they die. This means that it stops because you cut it. Conversely, you can say that if you cut something's neck, it won't die. If you can't cut something's neck, it won't die. This is about me, so just considering it an exception. But in your case, you can ignore the cause. Even against that which is immune to all external effects, you kill first. What is killed becomes dead. Not that it becomes stopped. It's not that it stopped because you cut it, but in your case, you stopped the object and as a result, it is cut. See? What else should I call you but a monster? You may just call them lines along with something to be cut, but those eyes are more special than those possessed by any other user of a supernatural power in history. You, Shiki, have the eyes that can kill anything, just like death itself. I'm at a loss for words. If that really is what I see, just like she's saying, those black lines are the time of death for all things. And everything around me is filled with death. So what? If it's just as you say, I should be able to kill even you. Really? Then let's try. Arquay opens the curtains. The lights are off. The only illumination is the faint moonlight coming in through the window. Are you trying to power up? Why'd you do that? Come on, it's alright. Try it. Seriously. Oh wait. Could it be that you can't see them with those glasses on? Are you sure about this? I take my glasses off. Only to see the lines, of course. At the same time, dang, you had no reservations or nothing? You want to be a killer again, intentionally. At the same time, the room begins to rise with the black lines. And the moon turns blue. Outside the window, the moon is white. They're difficult to see in the daytime due to strong sunlight, but under the faint moonlight, I can see the glow coming from the lines. Amidst them, the lines on Arquade's body are very thin. If I don't concentrate, I'll lose sight of them altogether. If I hadn't been killed by you, I don't think you'd be able to see any at all, but right now you can probably see them. You see, although I have no time of death during the night, some do appear during the day. You could kill me because it was during daytime, but you can see my time of death during nighttime now since I've used a lot of energy to regenerate myself. In other words, I've lost my immortality. So, you can touch the lines on my body, Shiki. Let's see. I think I probably could. I think it'd be hard. The lines keep fading in and out, so I couldn't do it unless you were sleeping. You can't, right? That's your biggest weak point. No matter how many depths you can see, you need to trace the line with your own hands. No matter how weak I am right now, my athletic ability isn't so low that I'd be caught by you. I see. Come to think of it, I can't touch agile animals. That means I can't touch their bodies. In other words, even I can see lines. Even if I can see the lines, I can't kill anything that moves. Ow! I feel a stab of pain run through my head. Looking at the lines gives me a headache just like it did when I was a child. I put on my glasses and the world returns to normal. Arquay is staring intently at me. What? Is there something on my face? Yeah, you got a booger hanging from your nose. Let me just... You can't see the lines if you put those glasses on. Yeah. I got them from someone a long time ago when my eyes first became like this. I'm only using the lenses now, but thanks to them, I can lead a normal life. Yes, I see. No matter how strong a mind you have, your only choices when faced with death all the time would be to put out your eyes or go mad. Then that Arquay comes closer. Hey, can I take a look at them? No, these are important to me. I'm not handing them over to you. Come on, I'm not gonna break them. I'm just going to look at them. Arquay creeps closer. I get the feeling she wouldn't be adverse to getting them by force. Excuse me. Arquay doesn't look like she's gonna give up. Fine, give them back as soon as you're done. I hand her my glasses. Now it's purple? Arquay stares intently at the glasses and then looks at me with frightening eyes. Tsukihime. It's the person who made these glasses in the city right now. I don't think she is. It's been 8 years and it seems like she was only here for a week. I see. That's good. I don't have to deal with more. Well, it's probably safer not to deal with Blue in the first place anyway. But Arquay retreats to her thoughts. Arquay, you know Sensei? The person who made these glasses? I know her. The sorceress. She was one of the only 4 of her kind. These glasses are truly a masterpiece. Even I can't break them. Arquay's face grows even more serious. Wait, were you going to break them? Huh? Yeah, I said that part out loud. I knew it! You were going to break them after all. I retrieved the glasses from her. Geez, you're the one who just said I couldn't stay sane without these. Or did you want me to go crazy? I like this expression. She's like, come on, man. That's not what I meant. I just didn't like how you treasured them so much. Hey, listen you. Jeez. Somebody, please tell me how a mind like hers works. Why are you talking to me now? I don't know. True, my memories of Sensei are precious to me, but more importantly, I can't live without them. If I were to see the lines 24 hours a day, I think I'd die from the haze before I went mad. I suppose there must be a strain on your brain from being able to see the depth. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of reason for those eyes of yours, but this is all I can tell you for now. If we get the chance later, I'll go over it a little I'll go over it in a little more detail. Like I haven't, like, dying extreme detail right now. That's alright. I'm not into long stories anyway. Right? That's so. Personally, I enjoy talking to other people. Arquay gives a carefree laugh. It really does seem like she enjoys doing nothing more than talking. Night descends. Arquay sits on the bed and we both stare absent-mindedly at the clock. It's past 4 in the morning. About an hour until dawn. One more hour? Nothing out of the ordinary happened until now, and Arquay shows no sign of tension. We're surrounded by complete tranquility. Somehow, I begin to believe that tonight might just end like this. Hey Shiki, Arquay calls me again. What? I don't have anything else to talk about. Really? But it's such a waste not to talk, now that we're in a situation like this. Listen, how many hours do you think I've had to put up with your nonsense talking? 6 hours. Dang! That's making me more tired than keeping watch. Arquay gives me a dissatisfied glare. That's right. For some reason, Arquay has been talking to me for 6 hours straight. And for some reason, I've been listening for 6 hours straight. I told her she should sleep if she was feeling weak, but she replied with, it's more fun to talk, so in the end, we ended up facing each other and talking the whole time. See, y'all, like, that's why it's not that bad I was, like, stirring so much, because I was actually, like, condensing 6 hours into, like, 30 minutes. I just don't know what she's thinking. Drew, what the heck? To top things off, I'm hungry. Come to think of it, my last meal was breakfast, so I hadn't eaten anything the whole day. Why don't you eat something if you're hungry? We're in a fancy hotel after all, so you can call room service. That's okay. I lose my sense of tension if I fill my stomach now. More importantly, shouldn't you be getting something to eat? You're weakened, but you aren't sleeping, so you should at least get something to eat. You're not gonna eat, neither am I. Normal food is meaningful in its own way, but it's boring to eat by myself. Normal food. There's nothing normal or special. My fault. Ah, wait. Arquay is a vampire. As opposed to her, food would mean drinking someone's blood. Or is there? I guess being a vampire, you wouldn't usually consume much except blood. She doesn't look like it, but Arquay is a vampire. Come on. Would glance at her face. What? There's something on my face. She meets my gaze and I quickly look away. Arquay continues to stare at me, then gives a laugh of comprehension. Are you curious? About what? About how many people I've sucked blood from. Irk. She completely read my mind. Okay. There's a lot of, like, useless thoughts in this thing. Well, of course I'm curious. I'm helping you, so if I don't know, I won't have any idea about when you might have a change of heart in trying to attack me. That would really be a problem. I see, Arquay says. Well then, here's a question. How many people's blood have I sucked so far? He bounces lightly from the bed and walks up to the window. How many people? That's... He gives a cheerful smile. Obvious he's trying to provoke me. Fine, I'll answer. Let's see. In the hundreds? Sorry, you're off. And in the thousands. Nope, that's wrong too. Somehow, her laugh's frustrating. Damn, then. Well, I doubt it's the case, but in the tens? That's wrong too. Oh, really? Tens, hundreds, thousands? Do you really see me as that sort of person? That's so mean. That would make me so indiscriminate. I'm wrong. Vampires are indiscriminate, aren't they? Even humans get hungry merely by being alive. And when it's a matter of life and death for you, you wouldn't be picky either. Yes, that's true, but... I haven't tasted blood in these last 800 years, nor have I ever killed an ordinary human. Huh? Wait, is that true? It's the truth. After all, I'm afraid of sucking blood. Huh? Afraid of sucking blood? I'd be kidding, right? A vampire that's afraid of sucking blood. Why? Suppose I'm a coward. Why I'm a failure as a vampire. McQuaid grumbles as he looks up at the night sky from the window. He stays like that for a long time, continuing to look up at the sky. Her white back looks vague, hazed over as if she were merely an illusion. A failure, I whisper and feel relieved. Somehow that makes me feel happy. Of course, it's only natural to be relieved, because now I know the person standing before me isn't some kind of vicious evil being. For now, if I were to believe what she says, I won't just be killed by her at random. So I'm safe. I'm safe, but I feel like that's not the only reason I'm relieved. Damn it, what's wrong with me? Being relieved over something like this, how can I be happy over Arquade seeing herself as a failure? What was that flash of red? Suddenly I feel a faint dizziness. Kiki, what's wrong? I'm sweating an awful lot. Oh, it's just this twinge of pain in my head. I realized something with a shock as I replied to Arquade. Oh God, the window behind Arquade. Beyond the glass, within the city street, still sunken in the darkness of the night. A blue crow is looking in my direction. I can do no more than stare at its dim figure through the window. Arquade turns towards the window too. You're being square?
Indeed. I finally found you, princess of the true ancestors.
From somewhere, a force of will flows into the room. Arquade's eyes are full of enmity. Outside the window, the crow gives a loud, high-pitched scream.
This is it. I'm heading there right now.
The blue crow flies off. All that remains is the dark of the night and the white moon. Suddenly, boom, with a heavy noise, the room shakes violently. No, to be more precise, the entire hotel shook from that impact. What the hell? I get up from the bed. Arquade is silent, but biting her lip with a vexed expression. Arquade, that's shaken just now. He doesn't answer. Say something! That wasn't an earthquake, was it? No, it totally was. If I had to guess, it felt more like someone had driven a large dump truck into the hotel lobby at full speed. It was that kind of impact. Arquade! She doesn't answer. If I listen closely, I can hear noises from downstairs. Arquade's face is grave. She said she was powerless right now. That's probably why she's not saying anything. Only time passes by. 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes after the impact, but the hotel is awfully quiet. Arquade remains silent and still, just biting her lip, as if withstanding something. I can see a trail of red blood slowly flowing down from her lip. Arquade. Is she worried? Frustrated? She remains still, almost as if she's embracing herself, barren with something. She said she wouldn't leave the room. Then what am I here for? Alright. I've decided what to do from the very beginning. Taking the knife out of my pocket, I walk up to the door. Kiki? Going to check things out. Don't leave this room until I come back. I step into the hallway, shaking off Arquade's look that she wants to say something. No one is in the hallway. I couldn't hear from the inside, but the hallway is noisy. It's not that this floor is noisy, rather the noise is coming from beneath my feet. There's some kind of ruckus on the floor below, and I can hear the noise of many people talking. I suppose the impact just woke the guests, and they're complaining to the hotel. Doesn't look strange so far. I walk down the hallway. The noise from downstairs is like the sound of ocean waves. Noisy and yet very silvery and inactive. My fingers gripping on the knife feel numb. A chill runs over the back of my neck. There's something near my temple. Pain emerges from the back of my eyes. When did I get a knife? I thought my knife was like in a box at the mansion. Was it? He pointed that out like when his shoe was in the frame. And during it, I walked down the hallway. It hurts. My eyes hurt. My head grows heavy and I feel a drifting sensation like I'm about to collapse right here. Yeah, I know what this is. Without a doubt, this is the feeling I get right before I collapse from anemia. It hurts. It hurts. Unable to withstand it any longer, I remove my glasses. I can see the elevator, a long hallway, and them black holes. It must be more than 10 meters from here to the elevator. So are the black holes like exactly like where the end of stuff is? Like if you go to the center of that, like will the wall collapse and then the ground collapse? If you put it directly in the center of like the hole? And then, with a ding dong, the elevator comes up to the 11th floor. I can see the lines on the elevator door. No, they're too dense, almost look pitch black. The door opens. The small steel box opens. Inside that box, crammed to the point of overflowing, is human flesh. Ugh. Inside that steel box calling elevator, the red meat of humans is ground and pushed in. Inside, 2 black dogs are ferociously feasting away on something. What? I stop breathing, like my brain which just froze and my lungs stop as well. I can't breathe. That is important. I can't breathe! My vision turns crimson. With a bubbling sound, blood pours out the elevator. A mixed ocean of blood, people, arms, feet, bones, brains, fingers, organs, and other parts. The 2 black dogs are the only forms of life. My very instincts refuse to take in this scene. Down the hallway, 2 black dogs are picking at the human corpses. If I listen carefully, I can hear the sounds coming from downstairs. If I listen carefully, there are the sounds of gorging, the chewing of meat, cries for help, and the death screams of people that can't even be called words anymore. What is it? Though there is no way I can see it, before my eyes is the image of dozens of beasts eating the people in the hotel alive. A man ran down the hallway, trying to escape. But the panther-like claws descending from the ceiling slice him open from his nose to the back of his head. A girl locking herself up in a room and crying. But to the lions, the door is no longer stronger than paper, and within seconds they demolish it into an unrecognizable shape. Striving madly to be the first ones there, people dashing for the elevator. But within it, the black dogs swing inside, decapitate them in the instant the door opens. At any rate, there is no exception. Beneath my feet, within this huge box calling a hotel, is a scene from hell which I can feel down to my very bones. I feel like growing up, but I can't do that. If I just stand around and do that, I'll become part of that Red Sea. Resume my breathing. I grip my teeth hard. The dogs inside the elevator noise me. All sounds from below have ceased. In other words, there is no longer anyone alive. The black dogs begin to run. Of course, towards me, the last prey. The black dog is coming for me. On your bodies I can see an infinite number of lines, and on your foreheads, the point of death. But even so, my paralyzed mind does not order my body to fight or run. The first black dog leaps. Its speed belies all human comparison. It doesn't even take 2 seconds to cover the 10 meters down the hallway. Ugh. They open their mouths filled with fangs, so many times sharper than a knife. I have, sharper than the knife I have, and they're aimed straight for my throat. Accurate and fast. The instant I realize they're drawing upon me, the fangs bite into my throat with a crunch. I die. Oh. The end. But that's not right. I can't be killed by something like this, and I refuse to die. The depths of others will not cause me to hesitate. A hot summer day. It happened long ago, 8 years ago. I've seen something even more terrible. Thrust. I thrust my knife into the forehead of the black dog biting into my neck. My arm moved just a little before the black dog ripped through my throat. It was done so perfectly, even for myself. Like a machine whose sole function is to cut, I plunged the knife into the dog's forehead without any useless and wasted movement. Because that's where the first dog's point was. Normally, even if the brain is destroyed, the muscles try to execute the commands they have received from the brain. The black dog would have probably ripped through my throat even if I had simply pierced its head. Well, normally that would happen. But the black dog is dead. Death is a complete stoppage. At the point when I killed it, it lost every form of validity. The first dog falls onto the ground. In its place, the second dog is flying straight at my face. Rawr! I thrust the knife right into its open mouth, but that was a mistake. This dog's point is not on its face, but on its chest. Just stabbing it in the mouth when I kill it. The knife pierces through the dog's mouth and into the back of his head. Naturally, the hand holding the knife still remains in the dog's mouth. The black dog is still alive. Its jaw shuts. The joint between my arm and the hand holding the knife is bitten, about to be ripped apart. Our adult returns with the pain. You have to be kidding me. It's as if I'm just letting him chew through my arm by stabbing him in the mouth. Why you? I try to pull my arm out. The dog's teeth are deep into my arm and it doesn't seem like I can pull it off. More importantly, this black dog, despite having been pierced in the head, is filled with its life. Even though I lift it after piercing its head, it shakes and lands on top of me. I fall into the floor. I still can't pull my arm out. The black dog is still piercing the head, applies more pressure into its bite. My arm is surely going to be torn off. I can't believe this. No dog ought to be able to bite anything in that state. Ew. I feel something wet. I can see blood spilling from the black dog's mouth. Is it the black dog's blood leaking from its knife wound to its head? Or is the blood coming from my arm, about to be torn off? To be honest, the head is too messed up to be feeling the pain. So, it isn't a big deal which one it is. Let go! I try to wrestle away from the black dog, but it firmly is attached to my arm. I can't escape. Can't run away. Even if I wanted to escape, I have no choice but to kill it. But how? The hand of it's biting off. It's holding the knife. I'm on the ground, so even suppose I did pull my hand out, the very next instant, the black dog's mouth will be free to bite through my throat. It's okay. Calm down, Cheeky. First, you gotta examine the situation well, then think calmly about it. That's the kind of thinking you always kept. In that case, I can do something. For example, there are plenty of lines on the back of its head, and I can see the black point on its chest. The way to survive is awfully simple. But I have my doubts about executing this plan. No matter how savage and evil a creature is, to do something like kill a panting and gasping creature that's still alive, this close to me, it's something I'm hesitant to do. The pressure on my arm increases. My entire arm is shortly going to be ripped off at this rate. But even so, I just can't seem to do anything so cruel. The red blood drips down into my face. Going down my forehead, it drips into my eyes. Crimson darkness soaks into the back of my eyes. Red. My consciousness sways, and then it's gone. My eyes are turning red. But even so, I can't bring myself to kill a living creature. What hypocrisy. You killed something much bigger than a mere dog. Yes, that's right. But that time was different. I wasn't saying when it was our Quaid. Even when I killed the other black dog just a moment ago, that was unrelated to my will. But right now, this is very much my own will. Then, since I say, Shiki, use this power according to your own will and no one else's. That's why, as myself right now, I could never take a life for granted.
That too is hypocrisy. Because long ago,
It's a nightmare from my childhood.
What are you waiting for?
It was a hot summer's day.
Kill or be killed.
Before my eyes, the blood-soaked shadow of a boy.
You've already.
Hot red blood on my hands.
Haven't you killed someone before?
I thrust. I don't pull, but rather thrust deeper into the black dog's head. I can hear it yelping right in front of me. I think the black dog is crying out. With my arm in its mouth, I could not properly cry, but it could not properly cry, but it's crying anyway. I'm sure that's how much it must hurt. I don't care. I plunge the knife deeper along with my arm. Without a sound, the blade of the knife punctures the back of the black dog's head. It is as if the dog has thrown a horn. Having split the skull, I easily slash it through its skin. Blood and brains spray out as the knife completely emerges from the back of its head. Also, the hand gripping the knife travels completely through. But even so, the black dog is still alive. There's only one thing I have to do. I reach around with my other hand. Peeling the knife from my blood-drenched fingers, I grab the knife with my free hand, and just like that, I thrust into the point in the black dog's chest. Huh? And with that, the black dog dies. Finally, the strength drains from its jaws, and I easily pull my arm back out. Oh, it wasn't torn off after all. I look at my blood-covered arm. There are many teeth marks, but the flesh is almost free of wounds. The blood must have been from the black dog when I impaled it through the head. We're good again! The pain from when I was being bitten was really quite trivial, but my fear must have amplified it many times over. Lying there on the ground, I look up at the ceiling. Right beside me lay the corpses of the two black dogs. One of my arms is covered in blood, and the other clutches a red knife. Also, there are quite an untellable number of dead bodies downstairs. This isn't really funny, but all I can do is laugh because this isn't real. There's no way this can be real. At what point did I, with my eyes wide open, start seeing a nightmare? Ding dong, huh? A terribly out of place cheerful sound rings out. It's with this headache. I stand up, enduring the razor-like pain in my head. Hello, Vader? It seems to sound like the other elevator coming up. The door opens. Inside stands a man wearing a black cloak. Whoa. Well, at least he had enough courtesy to, go up an elevator. He's gonna go up an elevator to kill us. The headache worsens. Yes, I've seen him before. I'm sure I've seen this man before. Silently, he walks towards me. I raise my knife as I glare at him. But he doesn't react at all as he walks towards me. It's as if he doesn't notice me at all. The distance between us shrinks. There's a little more when there is barely 1 meter between us and the man finally seems to notice me. Those bloodshot eyes. The instant I see those eyes, which no human should possess, I lose all freedom to move my body.
I thought I killed everyone, but it seems there's still someone left.
The man turns around and looks at the corpses of the two black dogs.
You pieces of filth. If you can't even take care of a scrap of meat, you're unworthy to be part of my body.
The man voices his displeasure as he raises his hand. His coat lifts like a mantle, broken. With a splash, the black dogs remain liquefied and disappear into the man's coat. I can't even scream. Below the man's coat is pure darkness, without even the traces of an outline. All that exists is a mud-like darkness. This is dangerous. This guy is just too dangerous. My instincts sound the alarm wildly in my head, but I can't even lick a finger. The man in the black coat approaches me. Not good if I just stay here. The unstopping headache grows to an unbearable level, telling me this place is dangerous. Whatever that means, if I don't get out of here soon, I'm going to lose my life. But it's too late. The man is right before me. Those eyes aren't looking at me at all. Big. He raises one of his arms. Below it lies the chaotic darkness. From there, something huge appears. Womp. The sound of wind. I don't think wind sounds like womp, but okay. That which has appeared from below the man's toe is a crocodile's mouth, huh? Easily large enough to swallow a man whole. I'm going to die. Right here, in an instant, crunched up like a ball of paper. Just as I was convinced of this, someone pulls me back. Flomp. What? I can't believe it. Instead of me, the jaws of the crocodile clamp into the stomach of Arquay, who just pulled me out of the way. Arquay's face contorts in agony. He draws back before she's completely devoured by the crocodile's maw. The man silently watches Arquay. Arquay glares back at him with a pained expression, her midsection stinging red. I can't believe there's no music playing. Like, come on now. I can't believe a vampire named Chaos would play such trivial games. It's like a poorly scripted nightmare. Near Ring Square Chaos.
I feel the same way. To catch one of your surviving true ancestors. I would have never dreamed I would be part of such a foolish festival. This is a nightmare for me too.
The man called Irving Square quietly lowers his arm. The coat returns to its former position, and the crocodile's mouth disappears underneath. The man looks only at Arquay. It's as if he's not concerned at all about me.
What is going on? I have heard that the previous executor could not even scratch you. What kind of mistake is this? You're weakest. Right now, your presence is exceedingly weak. Even weaker than that of a mere dead. Were you attacked by the church before I arrived, Arquay Broomscud?
Arquay says nothing. The man fixes his emotionless stare on her.
I don't understand. There are only a limited number of conceptual weapons capable of harming you. The only people in possession of those are the church's assassins, and I don't think the burial agency would dispatch anyone this far east.
The man narrows his eyes slightly as he turns around.
Either way, this is most fortunate for me. I shall not ask why you have been weakened. All I'm going to do is claim your head while I have a chance of winning.
I hold my knife, preparing for his attack, but having openly said he was going to take her head, the man now disappears towards the elevator. It seems despite this claim, the man in the black coat is now leaving the hallway for the elevator. Huh? I've got absolutely no idea what's going on. Attack him from the back, Shiki. About that man, the two dogs who attacked me, the nightmare-like reality of the attack on this hotel, none of it. Key. Arquay leans on me. A terrible wound. Her stomach stopped bleeding, her face is scrunched up in pain. It happened mere seconds ago. The wound she got from protecting me from that man. Why did you? Yes, I underestimated him slightly. I could help you and then dodge him, but you did really well, Shiki. I guess the wound I got from you wasn't that trifling after all. Arquay's face, twisted in pain, turns into a small joking smile. You idiot! I can't watch her any longer. The wound she got was from protecting me. And the reason she got it was because of me too. There's no place for that stupid smile of hers. She leans on me and lightly closes her eyes. Hold on, don't close your eyes, you idiot. Don't hold of yourself. Don't go! You're a vampire who can't die at night, right? Well, it's true, but it seems like I'm at my limit. What? Sorry, but could you take me back to my room? Or Quake's weight falls on me. Hold on, Gax. If she dies, I'll... Hey! I call out to our Quake, who has quietly closed her eyes. Then, I can hear her happily breathing in her sleep. I sing of Bart worrying. Our Quake's only sleeping! Tell me to take her back to her room like that. How selfish of her. Oh, are you bipolar? It was pretty obvious she wasn't talking like she died. Dumbass. It was really selfish of her, but there's no helping this situation. Besides, if we stay here any longer, I'll get a headache, I guess is what he said. Okay, gotta go to our Quake's room. I've been there once, but I definitely remember it. Alright. Well, I'll have to do it for this episode, y'all. And I got something to say too, but I'm going to say it at the start of the next episode. Anyway, hope y'all enjoy. I will see. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Hope y'all enjoy the series. Hope y'all enjoy the day. I will see you all next time.